Aphrodite, love's sovereign in the Narraverse. From the celestial foam of an ancient sea in the mythic dimension rose a power that would forever change the nature of existence itself. Aphrodite, goddess of love, beauty, and desire, born of sea foam and divine essence when Cronus cast the remnants of Uranus into the cosmic waters, her emergence marked the beginning of a new force in the universe, one that would prove as powerful as any weapon in the great wars to come. Unlike her fellow deities, Aphrodite's origin carries the unique distinction of being both violent and beautiful, a duality that would come to define her entire existence. As she stepped onto the shores of Cyprus, flowers bloomed beneath her feet, and the very air shimmered with the power of her presence. The first beings to witness her arrival were instantly transformed by her beauty, their hearts forever altered by this new force called love. Young Aphrodite quickly discovered that her power extended far beyond mere physical beauty. She could perceive and influence the invisible threads of desire and affection that connected all living beings across the realms. This ability, however, came with a price. She felt every instance of love, passion, and heartbreak across the dimensions, a burden that would have destroyed a lesser being. Instead of breaking under this constant emotional deluge, she learned to harness it, transforming others' feelings into a source of power that would eventually make her one of the most formidable competitors in the Narraverse. Her early years on Mount Olympus were marked by both triumph and tribulation. Though her beauty won her immediate acceptance among the gods, it also sparked dangerous rivalries. When Zeus attempted to marry her to Hephaestus to prevent conflict among the gods, Aphrodite faced her first great challenge, maintaining her sovereignty while bound by divine law. She navigated this complex situation by transforming what could have been a limitation into an opportunity, learning the secrets of divine crafting from her husband while maintaining her essential freedom. The forging of her legendary artifacts came during this period. Working alongside Hephaestus, she created the Cestus, a magical girdle that could amplify or dampen emotions across dimensional boundaries. But her greatest creation was the Rose Crown of Harmony, a deceptively delicate-looking circlet that could channel the pure energy of love into devastating combat power. These items became extensions of her will, allowing her to focus and direct the raw emotional energy she constantly absorbed from across the realms. During the War of Realms, Aphrodite revealed that love could be as terrible a weapon as hatred. She discovered that by manipulating the bonds between warriors, she could turn entire armies without spilling a drop of blood. This power proved crucial in the Battle of Telos, where her ability to awaken compassion and recognition between enemies helped prevent the complete destruction of the cosmos. This experience taught her that true power lies not in domination, but in connection, a lesson she carries into every match in the Narraverse. Aphrodite's fighting style in the ritual defies conventional categories. She moves like a dancer, each gesture precise and purposeful, her attacks combining physical prowess with emotional manipulation. Her signature technique, Heart's Revelation, forces opponents to confront their deepest desires and fears, creating openings she can exploit. The most dangerous aspect of facing her in combat is that the longer the fight continues, the more she understands her opponent's emotional landscape, making her increasingly difficult to defeat. Her arsenal extends beyond physical weapons. The goddess can manifest solid constructs from pure emotional energy, creating shields from devotion, weapons from passion, and barriers from loyalty. Her connection to the fundamental force of love allows her to heal wounds, enhance allies' abilities, or temporarily grant them the strength of their deepest desires. Perhaps most devastatingly, she can create illusions so perfect they become partially real, fueled by her opponent's own suppressed feelings and desires. Yet even Aphrodite has her vulnerabilities. Her deep connection to emotions means she can be overwhelmed by particularly strong feelings, whether her own or others. Her power wanes in places where love and beauty have been completely corrupted or destroyed. Additionally, her tendency to become emotionally invested in others can sometimes cloud her judgment, leading her to take risks that a more detached warrior would avoid. In the Narraverse, Aphrodite appears as a warrior whose form shifts slightly in the perception of each viewer, always embodying their personal ideal of beauty while maintaining certain constant features: hair that moves like liquid gold, eyes that shift color with her emotions, and skin that seems to glow with an inner light. Her armor, crafted by Hephaestus and enhanced by her own power, appears as rose-gold plates that flow like fabric, adorned with patterns that mesmerize those who look too long. Her participation in the great ritual serves multiple purposes. Beyond representing the mythic dimension, she uses these matches to understand and influence the emotional currents flowing between the realms. Each battle becomes a dance of both physical and emotional energy, with Aphrodite leading her opponents through complex choreographies of combat and revelation. The goddess's true strength lies in her understanding that love, in all its forms, is the most fundamental force connecting the seven realms. Even after the dimensions were sealed, these emotional bonds remained, providing pathways through which power could flow. She has learned to harness these connections, using them to maintain her influence across dimensional boundaries and enhance her abilities in combat. Between matches, Aphrodite continues her eternal work of maintaining the delicate balance of love and desire across the realms. She has established sanctuaries in the Ether Zone where champions from different dimensions can meet and understand each other beyond combat, believing that such connections strengthen the fabric of the cosmos itself. These havens serve as neutral grounds where warriors can heal both physical and emotional wounds, though entry requires complete honesty about one's feelings and intentions. Her presence in any realm manifests in subtle but profound ways. Colors become more vivid, emotions more intense, and the barriers between hearts grow thinner. In the mythic dimension, her primary domain includes not only the traditional temples and gardens dedicated to love and beauty, but also places where powerful emotions have left permanent marks on reality itself. These locations serve as wellsprings of power that she can draw upon in times of need. The goddess has developed a complex network of allies across the dimensions, bound to her not by obligation, but by genuine emotional connections. Her ability to understand and nurture these bonds makes her a masterful strategist in the long game of inter-realm politics, though she always prioritizes genuine feeling over tactical advantage. Perhaps Aphrodite's greatest achievement in the Narraverse has been proving that love is not a weakness, but a source of tremendous power. Her matches demonstrate that understanding and manipulating emotional energy can be as devastating as any physical attack, and that the strongest bonds are those forged through mutual respect and genuine connection rather than force or fear. To those who would face her in the ritual, Aphrodite presents an enigma, a warrior who can turn an opponent's strongest feelings into their greatest vulnerability, while simultaneously offering them the chance to understand themselves more deeply than ever before.